All right, I'm going to give you guys some highlight examples here. I'm going to start off with the Romeo 5. Let's see here. So it's actually quite usable in highlight. Try and set this at a... So one thing to pay attention to is if you see people say, oh, my Romeo 5 works absolutely great, ask them how dark they're in. A lot of these will look pretty good if you have enough light. You can always use an IR light to compensate, but obviously that kind of defeats the point of passive. So see this, when I look down into this little darker section here, it's basically unusable. So if you look at that frame, yeah, you can't, everything kind of goes to mush even if I get right up in there. That's pretty unusable. We'll walk over here. Now it looks great. Look at this. I can claim I've got night vision settings and it's wonderful, but up next here, let's see. I like the big contrast here, so we will go ahead and put the Eotech to work here. The Eotech's actually mounted, so it's a little tougher. Oh, and should need to turn the Eotech up. So, all right. Did I make it worse? No, I made it better. All right. So basically perfect when you're looking through that there. There's a little bit of light loss, but we'll look outside. It's snowing. This is kind of a nice spot here, so let's look down in here. So the reticle's a little too bright at the moment, but actually let me see if I can turn it down here and show you guys. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you'll notice how much more usable that is. You can see the picture frame still. There's still, some of this is a little worse than it should be, again, because it's brighter where I'm at and looking into a darker space, so you get reflections off of the glass. But overall, like, that's pretty usable. And really everything on the phone looks a little bit worse than it is. Fortunately, the pixel is not the best. So for filming through night vision. All right, we got the 515 here. Let's see if we can get that set up. Again, everything looks good in highlight. 515 is kind of no exception. Let's go over to the hallway of truth here. Still looks good. Look into the dark here. Sorry, there we go. So you can see it's not as good as the Eotech, but still pretty usable. You can see the picture frames, enough outline. I could aim that if I needed to. So, and then here is our last. Again, this is a really fun optic. I like this Microprism, and I wish it didn't shine out from the objective side. It's not probably an ideal. There we go. Kind of makes for an interesting look there. There we go, now I've got it aligned correctly. Oh, and here's kind of a fun thing. I'm actually going to turn the reticle illumination off. Yep, so that's the reticle illumination on. Again, it makes it actually look really good because of all the shadow, and then it's a very distinct viewing area. But you'll notice pretty unusable. If you get it lined up just right in the center, it's actually pretty usable. But you gotta be kind of eyes right on. So notice as I'm shifting the camera here a little bit, if you get it right on. So. Your reticle doesn't actually have to be on, which is kind of neat. So that's actually the reticle off, I think. It's hard to tell. One second here, okay, make sure this reticle's actually off. Can't tell when it's in, it's like ultralight mode. This is definitely off now. So, yeah, there you go. So you can actually see the reticle without it being turned on, which is actually a pretty cool feature. But let's actually try that out when it's darker. So, yeah, pretty hard to use in a darker setting. So, well, hopefully that was helpful.